Welcome to Power Code Music. Today we're going to do a comparison to find out the differences between the Tascam DP-24SD digital Portastudio and the Zoom R24 multi-track recorder. So grab your coffee, sit back and relax. You are not going to want to miss this. Now, founded back in 1971, Tascam launched the home recording phenomenon by creating the Project Studio. And Tascam also invented the Portastudio, which was the first cassette-based multi-track home studio recording line of products. To say that Tascam is a leader in the multi-track recording market is a vast understatement. Now, Zoom was founded in 1983 and creates product using its own microchip designs. The company is known for creating and releasing recording equipment and effects pedals for guitars, as well as audio and video products. Zoom also produces economical multi-effects processors. Both companies sell competing industry-leading digital multi-track recorders. I've been getting a lot of questions about the differences between the two units, so I decided to take a closer look to find out exactly what they are. Now, there are a lot of folks out there who will tell you that you need to know your gear. Now, I don't disagree with that. However, I strongly suggest that you know your requirements first. Then you can learn about what gear might be available that will meet your needs and help you to achieve your goals. Otherwise, you could easily waste money buying a bunch of gear you want or you think is cool as opposed to buying the gear that you actually need. Sound familiar? So, know your requirements first. Before we take a look at the features of both the Tascam DP-24 and the Zoom R24, you may want to ask yourself the following questions. The first is, how am I most productive recording music? Do I use a PC, a hardware multi-track recorder, or both? Do I need a compact digital recorder with as many features as possible so I don't have to spend time buying and learning a bunch of other gear? Do I or will I use a digital audio workstation, a DAW, on my products to collaborate with colleagues or clients who also use a digital audio workstation? If you're shopping for a new digital recording unit or looking to make a change, your answers to these questions will determine which digital recorder may work best for you. I choose the Tascam DP-24SD and the Zoom R24 because their prices are comparable. The Tascam DP-24 and the Zoom R24 both retail for approximately $599 new. So with this, it comes down to what you need and how you work best. Let's start with an overview of the Tascam DP-24SD. The DP-24SD uses SD cards for multi-track recording of up to 8 tracks and playback of up to 24 tracks simultaneously. Multiple tracks can be mixed down to a stereo master file using the built-in mixer functions. Master files created this way can be transferred to a computer connected via USB. Since transferring data between this unit and a computer is possible, users can copy tracks and master files and back up a song file to a PC. Now let's take a look at the features of the Tascam DP-24SD digital Portastudio. The unit supports SDHD standards for SD cards of up to 32 gigabytes. Multi-track recorder functions include simultaneous 8-track recording and 24-track playback at 44.1 kilohertz and 16 bits and 48 kilohertz at 24 bits. The unit has 18 plus 1 45mm faders for track and master level adjustment. Each track has an independent select button and record button. The unit has plus 48V phantom power supported mic inputs. The unit has 8 balanced mic line inputs, which are XLR TRS combo jacks. High impedance guitar input is supported. This is on input H only, and that is a 6.3mm 1/4" TS phone jack. The unit has 3.5-inch TFT color LCD display. The unit has independent 3-band equalizers for each input and playback track. You can mix down to a dedicated master file, as we talked about earlier. Included mastering effects can be used on mixdowns of master files. The unit includes reverb and various other effects that can be independently adjusted for each playback track. The unit has auto punch in and punch out, as well as a track bounce function. Track editing functions include copy insert, copy paste, move insert, move paste, open, cut, silence, clone track, and clean out track, which is basically delete everything on the track. The unit has undo and redo functions, including a history level setting. The unit has a location mark function and tuner and metronome functions. Song data and WAV files can be copied and backed up to a computer connected via USB 2.0. Punch in and out and other functions can be assigned to and controlled by a foot switch, which is the Tascam RC3F. The unit's height is 4.1 inches. The depth is 13.4 inches. The width is 20.2 inches, and the unit weighs 13.67 pounds. Let's move on to an overview of the Zoom R24. Zoom's R24 is more of a mobile recording and studio solution. Users have the choice of recording on SD cards of up to 32 gigabytes of SDHC or connecting to a PC via USB and using it as an audio interface to record to a DAW, a digital audio workstation. A mastering effect can be used as an insert effect on the mastering track before recording to process the mixdown. The master file can then be saved to a PC via USB. Now let's take a look at the features of the Zoom R24. The unit has 8-track simultaneous recording in 48 kHz at 24-bit and 44.1 kHz at 16-bit. It has a 6-channel simultaneous 48V phantom power supply capability and 8 balanced XLR 1/4-inch combination inputs. There are 100 plus studio quality effects, including guitar amp models and mastering effects available on the unit. It has auto punch in and punch out function, as well as a track bounce function. The unit has a locate mark function, as well as undo and redo functions. It also has tuner and metronome functions. The unit has a 4-segment LED meter bridge. And there are over 4 hours of operation using 6 AA alkaline batteries, and an AC adapter is included. Now you can sync 2 R24s via USB for 16 tracks of simultaneous recording. There is high definition 24-bit 96 kHz recording capability using digital audio software. And there is 8 in and 2 out, that is 8x2, available via USB. Full mixing and transport controls for Cubase, Logic, Sonar, and more are available. USB control surface uses Mackie control emulation. The unit has a pad sampler with 24 voices, that is 8 pads by 3 banks. The unit has loop-based audio sequencer for music creation. Song and WAV files can be copied and backed up to a computer connected via USB. The unit is 2.05 inches high. Its depth is 9.33 inches. Its width is 14.8 inches, and the unit weighs 2.87 pounds. Let's take a look at the differences between the Tascam DP-24SD and the Zoom R24. The DP-24 is a much larger unit and is at least 10.8 pounds heavier than the R24. The R24 is a compact and designed more for the mobile user. Users can connect 2 R224s together with a USB cable, allowing the recording of up to 16 tracks simultaneously. Users can only do this with the DP-24 if they have 2 of the first generation MIDI units. The SD units will not allow users to sync them together unless they have an external time code device. The SD units do not have MIDI. R24 and its input and output jacks can be used as a high-speed USB 2.0 audio interface. As an interface, the R24 can handle 8 inputs and 2 outputs at a maximum of 24-bit and 96 kilohertz. The unit can also operate using USB bus power. This feature is not available on the DP-24SD. The DP-24SD is not an audio interface. R24 is usable as a control surface for DAW software. It has functions that enable control of DAW software on a computer via a USB cable. Users can operate its transport, including play, record, stop keys, and physically control on-screen faders. Users can also assign various DAW functions to the R24's F1 through F5 function keys. The assignable functions depend on the type of DAW software. This feature is not available on the DP-24SD. Again, it is not an audio interface. The R24 has 2 built-in high-performance microphones that are convenient for recording acoustic guitars and vocals. The DP-24 does not have built-in microphones at all. The DP-24SD's mastering capabilities is a function that is a part of a mastering process in that unit. The R24's mastering is an effect that is applied to tracks. DP-24SD is a much larger unit with more faders, knobs, and buttons, which makes its interface much easier to use. The R24's user interface is far more complicated, but at least its manual is well written. DP-24SD has superior recorded track editing functionality. R24's editing features primarily focus on the drum machine and sampler. I saw virtually no recorded track editing functionality on the R24. If there is some, please put it in the comments because I didn't see it. The display on the DP-24SD is larger in color and easier to read than the R24. The R24's display is smaller and can be difficult to read. The R24 has 24 voice built-in sampler and can be triggered by using 8 pads and 3 bank keys. Users can assign sounds to each track, that is each pad, and create loops, play the loops in real time, and even create performance data for a complete song by combining the loops. By simply lining up the drum loops from the included USB memory, users can create professional quality backing parts and basic tracks. While listening to the loop playback, users can record audio on other tracks because the R24 recorder and sampler work together seamlessly. This feature is not available on the DP-24SD. R24 starts with over 400 rhythm patterns that use a built-in drum machine, and users can create their own original patterns using both real-time and step input. Users can output the metronome sound only to the headphones, allowing the users to send just a click to the drummer in a live situation, while the signals from the output jacks are sent to a mixer. The DP-24 does not have a built-in drum machine. R24 can be powered by 6 AA alkaline batteries. The DP-24 cannot run on batteries. In summary, both are quality professional units that can produce superior audio. The first generation digital Portastudios had MIDI functionality, but Tascam removed that feature on the second generation SD units. Again, it's important to know your recording requirements before you purchase or upgrade. Just because something may appear to be more advanced doesn't mean that it's a right fit for the way that you need to record and be most productive. The bottom line here is that what works for one person in this regard may not serve well for another. Well, that is a wrap. If you like this video, give it the thumbs up and click the subscribe button on your screen right now to join our group. We have new videos coming out every 7 to 10 days, and we would love if you would join our group. Please leave a comment in the comment section below and let us know what you think about this video. And check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Spotify. While you're here, listen to some of the music and check out some of the videos. Let us know what you think about that too. Thank you so much for stopping by. We really do appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you soon.